probably from a traditional point of view, you'll prepare a calendar of events, a calendar of things you got planned. We don't necessarily do that though. What we tend to do is we just kind of partner with what the city already has going on. So like for instance, the city of Claremont has Monday night concerts in the park, Wednesday night movie nights for families. They even got some different things on Friday mornings or Friday afternoons, like a pool and all that jazz. And so what we do is we actually just provide a calendar of everything that's going down in Claremont, Laverne, or Pomona, and then we encourage our members to go and be missional and just to do their thing there, to chop down on some food with each other, even to be hospitable to other people. So you should probably prepare in some respect, but what that looks like is probably different for your context. Probably it'd be best to not be in competition with what your city is already doing, given the fact that you want to go to people and not necessarily always have them come to you. So that's one of the things that we do. Yeah, so we've learned people don't show up to our events, so that's why we do that whole city thing. One of the other things I think we learned though is that like our general population tends to go down on Sundays during the summer, and that's in part just because we don't. It's in part just because we have a lot of college students, so a lot of them are rolling out, a lot of them are moving, and so we've learned how to be a little bit more intentional during that time with leadership development, also with just fall and winter and spring planning. So a lot of what we do is kind of take a step back and try to get involved with a lot of just what it looks like to have some good development for the people at our church during that season. Yeah, so I say two things. The first thing we do is we intentionally raise money in the winter for big projects that we know we have coming up in the summer. So that definitely helps us. It definitely helps us kind of spread out some finances, put some money away in our savings so we can prepare for that season. But for the most part, the giving units at our church tend to be pretty aware of what goes down in the summer, and so we make every opportunity available for them to be able to give, be it online, even for them to be able to easily get us checks or cash or things like that, however they plan on giving if they're going to be gone. Honestly, I think that's just something that by God's grace we've been able to be sufficient in. I don't really know how to prepare for that, if I'm honest. I've been there. I'm still there. It's gonna be okay, I guess. I mean, I think that's just the nature of what we do. There's actually an aspect of health in that, I'm convinced. In one sense, it's healthy for people to go and to just become familiar with the mission field, become familiar with the context that they live in, even to become so probably what's healthier to do is to say, hey, we know y'all are going to be gone this summer. Would you just be willing to be intentional in where you're going? Would you be willing to be intentional in even your philosophy of going? And so I would say, see it as a good thing, see it as the people of God, in many respects, going out on mission, and encourage them to create, even if they're families, to create some form of, be it evangelism or discipleship, or even just prayer for wherever they're headed, so that they could serve as local missionaries, even as an extension of your church.
That's good. Thank you there, sir. See how professional that was?
That was great, man. I love that.